as a salesperson or entrepreneur, what types of books should you be reading so that you can become a closer and close more deals? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now today, check this out. I've got How to Write a Good Advertisement by Victor Schwab. Now Victor Schwab was one of these dudes in the early 1900s that was a madman. He worked for an advertising agency. And this book, when I worked with my guru for copywriting, he made me read it, take a bunch of notes in a pretty unique way that I thought was pretty cool. And so salespeople will say, hey Scott, but what does that have to do with sales? And I'm like, well, copywriting or writing an advertisement is salesmanship in print. So I'm going to tell you the first 5 chapters. The book's really an easy read. It's like 220 pages, okay? So it's a really easy read, but I'm going to give you the titles of the first 5 chapters. And these are important, okay? So, chapter number 1, get attention. Now, I was just in San Diego at Traffic and Conversion Summit, and the whole conversation for the 3 days that I was there was get attention and hold attention. That's how you get people to buy stuff, okay? So if you have somebody from the 40s who didn't have split testing abilities like we do on the internet today, getting attention is a big deal. And you're like, hey Scott, what does that have to do with sales? Okay, I'll break it down for you again. If you sound like every other person that's selling a widget, a gizmo, some whiz-bang item, chances are good, like you're just gonna have to scream louder or give a bigger discount to get that person to buy, or you could do what Todd Brown says and say, come up with a better angle to have a conversation with people, okay? So let's talk about what chapter 2 is. Chapter 2 in this book is show people an advantage. Show people the difference between why your widget or gizmo is better than the other person's widget or gizmo, okay? Victor Schwab, right here in the book. Chapter 3, prove it. Proof. Proof elements are huge. I got a good friend, Mike Morgan, A-class copywriter, always talks about where's the proof? Where's the proof? You got to have some proof. So, chapter 3 in this book, proof. Chapter 4, persuade people to grasp an advantage, okay? So if you have to prove it, now you need to have to show the person why it's such a big deal. And so I'm going to tell you, it's going to take some work and effort on your part to go through and figure out how you're going to do this. But that's the thing that makes you an exceptional salesperson versus somebody who's like, well, I'm just going to mail it in. I'm going to live off of discounts and price matches, okay? Now, one of the coolest things that you could do is you can transcribe your presentation, record it where it's legal, get permission from somebody, record your presentation, have it transcribed through something like rev.com, it's $1 a minute, and then go through and read it, and then put it through the natural voice analyzer and okay, why does this sound good? Why does this not sound good? Where's my proof? Where's my advantages? And if you don't have them, go back to the drawing board, pick up the book right here, How to Write a Good Advertisement. It has everything to do with what you're doing as a salesperson. But sometimes people, they just don't want to put in the work, energy, or effort because it's work, energy, and effort, okay? How to Write a Good Advertisement, right here. This book right here for Victor Schwab. It'll cost you, I think it was like $20, $25. Remember, the average salesperson does not spend $20 a year on themselves, which I think is crazy. It's like the cost of 3 cups of coffee. You could be better than your competition. And this, I'm going to let you know, this strategy is not something that takes an hour. This strategy is not something that takes a few minutes. It's something that's going to take some effort on your part, but the reward is commissions. The reward is money. That's the international sign of money. This is the international sign of pay me money. That's what happens when you take and find a book like this, right? How to Write a Good Advertisement, Victor Schwab, chapters 1 through 5 for you as a salesperson. All the chapters if you're an entrepreneur working on an ad. So there you go. You got one thing to do from here. Just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you will get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Aloha.